Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. I hope this how-to video helps you out. And next time you need parts for your vehicle, think of 1AAuto.com. Thanks.
In this video, we're just going to do a little general demonstration of how do you change your bulbs, headlights, markers, taillights, interior. And this is a 98 Camry. It's pretty much the same for this generation Camry. Most of the bulbs can be reached by hand, but for some you'll need a 10mm socket with a ratchet extension or a Phillips and flathead screwdriver. And you might need a rag to clean some stuff off too.
You can always find basic information like how to change your bulbs in your owner's manual, but in case you don't have yours, we'll show you how to do it. Using a flat blade screwdriver, pop out the plastic connector at the top of the turn signal. Using a thick paper towel or a rag, protect the inside edge of your headlight and insert a flat blade screwdriver between the headlight and turn signal housings. Push in and pry on the tab to release the turn signal housing. When the tab is released, pull out on the turn signal housing so you can access your bulb. Push down on the tab to release the connector. Turn the bulb socket counterclockwise and remove it from the housing. Note the high and low side tabs on the bulb, as well as the high and low slots inside of the socket. Push down, turn the bulb clockwise to install. Align the tabs on your bulb socket with the slots in the back of the housing. Turn clockwise to lock it back in. Reconnect your electrical connector. When reinstalling, be sure to line up this tab with this slot and this tab with the keeper in the headlight. When you're sure all the tabs are aligned, snap back into place. Reinstall your plastic clip connector, snap it back in. Remove the connector from the back of your bulb and pull out on the rubber dust shield. Push down and lift the spring retainer out of the way. Remove your bulb. Be sure not to touch the glass of the new bulb with your bare fingers. Move the spring retainer out of the way. Align the tabs so your headlight slides into the housing. Push in on the spring retainer, pull it down into its lock. Reinstall your rubber dust boot. Reconnect your electrical connector. To remove the reverse lights and inner parking lights, open your trunk, locate the 4 quarter-turn plastic clips securing this part of the carpet to the back of the trunk lid. Remove them with a Phillips head screwdriver. Just a quarter turn. Pull down. Pull the trunk liner down and out of your way. Release the reverse light. Quarter turn counterclockwise. Pull the socket out of the housing. Bulb then pulls straight out. Push the bulb back into the socket. Align the tabs on the socket with the housing. And a quarter turn clockwise to lock it in. To release the outer light, quarter turn counterclockwise. The bulb pulls straight out of the socket. Push the new bulb into the socket. Put the socket into the housing and align the tabs. And a quarter turn clockwise locks it back in. The license plate lights snap out counterclockwise and pull straight out of the socket. Pop the new bulb back into the socket, align the tabs, reinstall the socket into the housing, snap it in clockwise. Push your carpet back into place, reinstall your plastic retainers. To remove the trunk light, push in on the tabs, pull down, disconnect the connector, open the clasp to remove the cover, and the bulb pulls straight out. The bulb pushes straight in. Close the clasp on the cover. Reattach the electrical connector. Snap it into place. Push in on the center of the bottom right connector. Disconnect the two quarter turn Phillips connectors that belong in these two holes. And remove the inner cover of the tail light. The inner bulb is the only one that can be removed inside of the vehicle. Quarter turn to the left. Bulb pulls straight out of the socket. Be sure to pull by the plastic at the bottom so the bulb doesn't break or separate. Reinstall the new bulb. Line up the tabs of the socket with the housing. Click it clockwise. Remove the three 10mm nuts on the inside of the taillight housing. Disconnect the main white connector to the taillight. Remove the housing from the vehicle to access your bulbs. Quarter turn, pull out on the socket, pull the bulb straight out of the socket. Click the new bulb into the socket. Line up the tabs on the socket and the housing. Quarter turn snaps it into place. Quarter turn counterclockwise. Remove the socket from the housing. Pull the bulb out of the socket by this black plastic so you don't separate it. Reinstall the new bulb until it snaps. Slide the socket into the housing and align the tabs. Quarter turn clockwise, locks it into place. Align the studs on the taillight with the holes in the body. Hold the outside of the housing and start your 3 10mm nuts. Tighten them down with a socket and ratchet. Reconnect the main electrical connector. Reinstall the plastic cover. And the fasteners. Make sure that all of your doors are closed and that your switch is set to off on the dome light. Putting a small flat blade screwdriver in the notch in the cover. Pop the lens out of the housing. Pull the bulb out of its socket. Pop the bulb back into the socket. Reinstall the single slotted tab into the switch side. Push the other side up. Turn your door switch back on.
Thanks for tuning in. We hope this video helped you out. Next time you need parts for your car, please visit oneauto.com. Also check out our other helpful how-to as well as diagnosis videos.